arresting me. I didn't touch my kids. He hit me. Okay. You're arresting the wrong person. How am I getting arrested? For child endangerment and domestic violence? Who did I hit?
She could have OD'd off the ecstasy. She could have OD'd off the coke. She could have OD'd off the gummy. None of that was secure.
Drugs can ruin lives. But when parents are the ones using them, the consequences are most devastating to their children. Luckily, there are good cops who are able to recognize signs of abuse and put a stop to it. That's why we dedicate this entire episode to good cops who rescue kids from crackhead parents.
My kids is messy. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
My kids is bad as hell. Okay? And they messy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But based upon the dirt and their smell, they don't smell like they've taken a shower in days and days. Like, it's not good.
On October 1st, 2022, concerned citizens called 911 and reported seeing two people slumped over in a car with their kids in the back seat. The barefooted, disheveled children were seen going in and out of restaurants, asking for water. Two officers promptly responded to the scene.
Hi. Are you Courtney?
Are these all your babies?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, puppy. All right, where's
My
your
sister down the way in the Halloween store.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Walking them, but they're bad, so they had to come back.
All right, we're just getting some calls of some children running around in the parking lot and people got concerned and nervous.
Oh yeah, no. Well, my dog did run away when she go. And so the kids, they tried to chase after her, but I told them no, please.
The dog. Yeah. How long have you had your dog for?
Since she was 4 weeks.
Hi, puppy. What's your name?
Her name's Cashmere.
Cashmere. All right. So does your sister have kids too, or is she?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're all down there.
Yeah.
And then how many I can't even tell. How many kids you got? Oh my gosh. How many does she have?
She has 4.
So you have 7 total with you guys right now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Okay.
The suspect probably overheard the officers talking and realized that she could be in serious trouble because of this. So she decided to approach them and try to smooth things over by gaining their sympathy.
What's kind of going on is my husband has been cheating on me, and so I live in the apartment. I live in the 16 apartment.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Anyway, sorry. So my husband, he's been cheating. I've been away from the house for like a week. I'm trying to stay away so he can understand that I don't want to be with him anymore, you know? And so, we're just...
I know you can see on camera.
Have you been living out of the car then?
No, in the Greenwood Hotel.
The suspect claimed they were staying in a motel nearby and had just come here to grab something to eat. At one point, the female officer went inside the restaurant to get more information. Her colleague kept talking to the suspect, as well as her kids.
What is this?
That's my body camera.
Yeah, it's recording you right now.
Right now. You're forever immortalized. You're famous.
You're okay.
Hi. Who is the most person in the know? Okay, is it that big old white SUV out there?
Yeah.
Okay, so what exactly have you seen?
Okay, we haven't seen much except for the kids keep individually coming in here getting cups of water and ice, which is no big deal, but they're dirty. The boy just had shorts on, no shoes, no shirt.
Can you just tell us what you witnessed when you walked over?
So I checked the mail and then walked in front of the car, and both the subjects were like forward, like falling asleep.
So the person who's out there now.
Yeah, the girl was in the driver's seat, and then I believe there was a black male in the passenger, I believe.
Okay, but for sure the woman that we're talking to was completely slumped over?
Yeah.
And where were the children at?
They were in the back, and the windows were down, and the car was running.
The employee agreed to provide an official statement about what she saw. Her story makes sense, because it's reasonable to be suspicious after seeing a bunch of unkempt children playing in the parking lot unsupervised. She called 911 after noticing their mom slumped over the steering wheel, which the suspect denied.
She did go in and get some water
from Cherries, but I was right here watching and everything,
Okay.
you know. So like
This looks
everything
like an
is,
airplane.
like
Look,
nothing,
no,
you
this
know.
look.
So
This goes.
they are a little out of control.
That
I
goes
got
in
it.
your mouth. Yeah,
I
you
need
can
to talk to you over here, please. Away from your kids. Okay. So I'm going to be very blunt with you, and this is going to go one of two ways, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We have reason to take all 3 children into protective custody, and so that's what we're going to do. Okay. You and I both know what's going on here. That's why we're here. Hi,
What's
baby.
going on? Tell me.
We've had multiple witnesses calling in about all of your children. They're filthy. You and somebody else were in there, passed out in the car. We have multiple witnesses. Yes, I'm not. Like I said, it's going to go one of two ways.
No,
okay?
no problem.
So here's what's going to happen: is I'm going to get really good contact information from you.
Okay.
I'm going to allow you to come back to the station and meet with CPS directly.
Okay.
But as far as the police are concerned, I do not have a band if I leave these children in your custody that they're going to be protected and safe, and that's how we're doing what we're doing.
The mom was surprisingly calm, despite being told her kids would be taken from her. The officer explained that there would be charges, and that Child Protective Services will have to be involved to make a decision about what happens to the children.
I understand. I'm not going to give you any problem. I just, I really, I don't agree, you know.
And typically people don't.
Well, yeah, no, I am going through some things,
Yeah.
you know, but I was never passed out. I was on the phone with...
And just so everything is audio and visually recorded.
No, yeah, you're good. I was on the phone with Green Dot and Progressive. I have an insurance thing going on.
Okay.
You know, and I allowed them to go get some water.
Okay.
And I was watching them. The dog did get loose, and so, you know, they obviously ran after the dog, whatever. I got out, you know, went and got the dog. There was 3 ladies over there. You know, I mean, sorry about that.
Just letting your kids run after the dog in a parking lot is pretty unsafe. But the fact that she didn't realize that her kids went inside the restaurant on multiple occasions showed that she wasn't watching them at all. After she was Mirandized, she needed to tell her kids what was going on.
Listen, come here, you guys. No, you're okay. Stop. Listen, you guys are going to have to go with these guys. Listen, it's okay. Listen.
We're just going to go play for a little bit. That's all.
Wait.
We're going to go to the police station.
okay. Frida, we're going to play.
Yeah. There's a whole room. There's snacks. It's just for a little bit.
I love snacks.
Oh, I can tell.
And so you guys are taking my kids because of accusations?
Multiple people reporting the same thing, and that your children have been running around inside and out. They're filthy. That asking for water with no parental supervision in a parking lot. So
I was right here. I mean,
Okay.
I told you guys that they went to get water before you even told me that.
The suspect was told to come to the police station in order to give a statement. Meanwhile, CPS concluded that the children had not taken a bath for weeks. While waiting for their mother to appear, their father suddenly dropped by, so the officer we saw earlier had to explain the situation. Safe to say, he did not appear to be overly concerned.
Hi. Good, how are you doing? Are you Lindsay? Is it Lindsay or Lindsay? Okay, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Do you have a question or?
Yeah, I want to see my kids.
And I get that, but unfortunately where we're at right now, we're just trying to figure out what's going on with CPS.
Yeah.
How did you guys get here? Did you guys come together or?
Yeah, I drove.
You drove? Okay. So based upon everything right now, I know you don't know a whole heck of a lot other than the fact that they were put in a dangerous situation, right? And so when CPS gets here, they look at the entirety of the circumstances of, you know, she wasn't mom, I get that, but then she was also left with the children. And apparently you kind of knew stuff was up, but she still had the children. And then living circumstances, we were told one thing by her, one thing by you guys. So do we
Listen, they know what's going on. She got her own house. I got my own house.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's how it is.
After doing a background check on both parents, the police department discovered that the mom had a history of drug abuse and property crimes. The father had an even longer crime sheet, including multiple domestic violence charges.
So when's the last time you saw your kids?
My kids?
Yeah.
I see my kids about almost every other day or every day. Like, cause see, this the plan, okay? I set the plan up. I was tired of going on and shit, right? So I put my sister at the house.
Okay.
So I know about my kids all the time. I'm talking about my kids and everything all the time. You know what I mean? But she takes them and runs off, and then, you know, I can't say that they're in her custody. They're not in mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So then the truth of the story is that based upon everything again, and they also look at previous CPS history, right? Has there been CPS history before with your children?
Her.
But with your specific 3 children?
Yeah.
Okay. And then look at prior criminal history of you and current driving status, like your DBLS 3, you're not supposed to be driving. All of these things get taken into consideration because it's about, at this point in time, it's about the children. They are covered in dirt. They smell very badly. It looks like they've been living out that car. She said they've been living out that car for about a week now, or staying at some motel she couldn't name because you and her have been fighting. And so again, we always are doing what we believe is best for the children.
Obviously, neither mom nor dad would be winning the Parent of the Year award anytime soon. After explaining the situation, the officer once again highlighted that at that very moment, it was all about the children.
Everyone's telling a different story. No one's given us straight answers. All I know is that we were called and found these children in a dangerous situation, and I'm always going to do what I can to protect children.
Want to film them?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And I'm very passionate. I have my own kids. Kids don't get to speak for themselves, but based upon the dirt and their smell, they don't smell like they've taken a shower in days and days. Like, it's not good. It's very apparent that they've not been taken care of.
Yeah, they all wet themselves at nighttime and when they
correct,
sleep,
and it sounds like they have. It smells like they have been sitting in it for quite some time. So again,
my kids is messy. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
My kids is bad as hell. Okay, and they messy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But they was not like that last night at all.
Okay. If you tell my lieutenant and my other partner that she's been crazy for a month, but then she's got the kids, right? Then I ask you, why on earth would you let those children go with somebody who's been not well and been fighting, right? If you know she's been off or she's been doing and she's been falling asleep in cars, then a reasonable person would say, okay, Dad, why on earth would you let those kids go with them, right? And so then my concern is not just about her choices, but then your choices, right? Because I care. That's my job, is to protect those kids.
After all was said and done, the mother didn't bother to come to the police station or meet with CPS. She was charged with 3 counts of child neglect, and CPS took custody of her kids. Let's hope that at least one of these parents will come to their senses soon, or at least that their kids will be placed in a better home. If you thought that mom was bad, wait till you see this one. This case started out with a frantic 911 call on September 15th, 2021, when a driver supposedly saw a kid fall out of a moving vehicle. Even worse, nobody in that car seemed to have noticed that the child was missing.
The back door was open. I see this kid fall out, so I got over as quick as I could and went and grabbed him, and I'm sitting with him until someone can get here, but nobody has come back.
How you doing?
Hey, sir.
What happened?
For coming so quick. I've never seen anything like that. The silver car, best I can tell, it's silver. Pulls around, and I see the damn doors open, and this kid comes rolling out of it.
He falls out of the car?
He just came falling out of it, slide, rolls all the way over.
And the car took off?
And the car just kept going.
Which way to go?
They
Silver
kept
SUV pickup?
No, just a caravan of cars, just a car.
Is it a car or like
Car.
yours?
Yeah, no, like a car, like a regular, sedan.
Alpha 216 flagger?
This could have been just a simple accident. Maybe the kid didn't close the door properly and it popped open during the turn. However, the fact that the driver hadn't noticed anything was a clear cause for concern. As the officer tried to get more information from the concerned witness, a silver sedan suddenly drove up.
Was it reckless, high rate of speed, or just...
It wasn't like it was out of control. It wasn't like it was burning tires or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I even tried to ask him, did anybody know that you were out of the car?
That's no wonder they don't know he fell out.
Yeah. Were you riding with your mom? Were you riding with your mommy? Was Daddy with you too? Just Mom? Okay.
Do you have your ID on you, sir? Just for our report.
Yeah, no problem.
There was no signal for. The reporting parties advising the silver vehicle made a U-turn at Old Kings Road and the child fell the back seat. I might possibly have the vehicle pulling up right now.
Where's my son?
He's in the front seat of that car.
How?
He fell out your car.
How he fell on my car?
Copy tag for the parents that just showed up. Matt,
How did he fall
you
on
tell
my car?
me that. Was he buckled in?
I was sleeping.
Where was your son at?
I was sleeping. He was on this side.
Who was driving?
My brother. He said he said he heard the door open, but he didn't think like.
Showing up there's no vehicle registered to it. Registration is showing cancel.
Everybody have their IDs out? Their IDs ready? He's in the front seat of the car if you want to go get him from this gentleman. You want to come get him out of this man's car? He's okay. He's got a little cut on his finger. He's okay.
It was pure luck that the little boy was not injured, apart from that cut on his finger and potential emotional trauma. Once they had their suspects, the officers needed to determine if all the rules and regulations were followed. And as soon as they opened the car door, they realized something was not right.
Oh, goodness. Where's everybody's car seats?
They could wear a seatbelt, right?
Well, you have, that's going to be 4 kids,
7.
and that's only 3 seats. So
How many
get
seats?
4 kids for 3 seats?
With 3 seatbelts?
They all fit there.
It doesn't matter if they all fit there. How many seatbelts are there?
Oh.
There's 3 seatbelts. Every juvenile needs to be in a seatbelt. So obviously someone's not in a seatbelt if there's 4 kids.
I mean, I just got this car. I used to have a big van, but
So you're saying if I just get this car, I'm going to sit 4 kids in the back seat. I'm going to make sure there's 4 seatbelts. So did you check to see how many seatbelts in the
I
car?
have 6 kids. What do you?
I know, but I understand that.
This is what I was.
I understand, but
I didn't think that my son would ever do something like that.
The fact that this mom tried to blame it on her son is just despicable. The problem wasn't that the kid opened the door. The problem was that his mother expected the 4-year-old boy to make sure the door was closed correctly. But the further these officers investigated, the worse it got.
You got your name? All right. Have y'all been smoking?
Yeah, I've been smoking
When?
like 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago? And you're driving? 4 kids in the back seat?
I had a window down.
You had your window down? Were you smoking in the car?
Yeah,
You were smoking in the car with them in the back?
I had a window down.
Do you have any more weed in the car? Can you step out for me? So we can talk over here.
No, but under state law, every child needs to be in a seatbelt at least.
I know that.
The officer then checked the child lock and determined it wasn't on, which explains how the kid was able to open the door from the inside. He even tested the lockout by telling one of the kids inside to try to open the doors. They couldn't do it, which meant that the lock worked fine and was simply not engaged before the toddler fell out.
they're on now. They're on now. They weren't on before. Where were you guys coming from?
I'm coming from Florida.
Well, we're in Florida. Where are you coming from in Florida?
Trying to get to South Carolina.
Okay. What part of Florida are you guys coming from?
Very far. We're far away. Can you sit back in the car?
He can sit back in the car.
So you said you were smoking in the car with them in there?
Yeah.
Is there any more weed in the car at all?
Like probably a joint, yeah.
A joint?
Where would that joint be at?
It's like in the car.
Is it in the Swishers wrapper in the
No.
car?
Like a pack.
Okay. All right. Do you have medical on the car? So you know, as the driver, you're responsible to make sure that everyone has a seatbelt on, right? So if there's 4 kids in the back of that car and 3 seatbelts, how does everyone have a seatbelt on? They didn't have seatbelts on, did they? None of them had seatbelts on.
I think that they did.
So my question is if there's 3 seatbelts and there's 4 kids, how do you get 3 seatbelts on 4 kids? It's impossible.
When the officer asked Mom about the marijuana, she claimed she didn't know anything about it. It was pretty doubtful, as her droopy eyes and general drowsiness suggested she was under the influence of something.
There's a few things going on. One, how old are the kids in the back seat? What age range are they from?
My daughter is 9.
Okay.
My other daughter is 7.
Okay.
My son is
5
and Julie's 4.
All right, so the 4-year-old should be in a car seat. According to Florida law, all children age 5 and younger must be restrained in a federally approved crash-tested child restraint device. This includes a booster seat, car seat, or any other manufactured integrated child seat. So 2 of them are in car seats, okay? Second thing, 4 kids in the back seat, only 3 seatbelts available for them. That's a problem. And the third thing is we all can smell the coming out of the car, including the paramedics and firefighters. So we're looking for those 3 things right now. So hang tight while we can finish doing what we're doing. Is there any marijuana in this car? Do you know? All right. Well, even with or without your permission, just the smell of alone give us the right to check your car. So that's what deputy.
Where are we? I don't even know.
You're in Palm Coast, Florida, probably about half hour north of Daytona.
After being Mirandized, the suspect said her daughter woke her up, asking her where her brother was. When mom realized the 4-year-old was gone, they immediately turned around and went back to the gas station. Then, just as she was being interviewed, officers uncovered the likely reason for her drowsiness.
All right, and the pills I found in the glove box, the Xanax bars.
The Xanax, yeah, those are my anxiety pills.
Okay, are those? Do you have a prescription?
I don't have it in my bottle. No, I don't have my prescription.
You have a prescription for Xanax in particular?
They give me some type of pills like that's for like that.
Has a doctor prescribed Xanax bars to you? That's what we're asking. We can check that. We can go on the record.
No,
we can
not
check
yet. No.
So he hasn't prescribed you any Xanax
But
pills?
they prescribe me with pills that are like in the Xanax family.
In the
type.
Xanax family,
Yeah.
but he hasn't prescribed you those pills. Where'd you get
No,
those?
I have bad anxiety pills. I mean, anxiety problems.
Where did you get those pills from?
My friend gave them to me.
Your friend gave you those pills?
Yeah, for like my anxiety that I have.
Does your friend have a prescription for the pills?
My
Is it his prescription?
Probably can have a prescription.
Probably. Okay.
As the investigation proceeded, more red flags started to pop up. Aside from the insufficient car seats and seatbelts, there were illegal drugs and unprescribed medication. The situation screamed neglect, and it was getting worse by the minute. At one point, an officer asked if the driver even had a driver's license.
I think, he didn't have a license.
Okay. So that's the other concern that I have is now you're asking your little brother to drive you, knowing that he doesn't have a license, and you're putting your children on the back of the car who don't have seatbelts on a non-licensed driver.
Listen, I love all of my kids. I understand what you're saying.
This isn't a question if you love your kids or not. Okay.
I know what happened was a mistake. I understand. I don't know what you want me to do.
At this time, we're going to detain you. All right.
Over here?
No, do this. Do this. Walk with us. Walk to the back. Just walk.
Walk
Walk to that car.
so
I don't want to do it in front of your kids. So walk with us to the back of this patrol car.
How am I going to get out of jail over here?
Walk to the back of
we're
this patrol.
detaining you. We're not putting you in jail. We're detaining you. Okay.
Just walk. I don't want to put your handcuffs in front of your kids. Just walk with us to the back of this car like we're walking and talking. When we clear the rear of your car, we're going to put you in. I'll explain all that in a second. I'm going to explain in a second. Keep walking with us like we're talking. And once we rear this car, we're going to put you back in the patrol car. I don't want to do it in front of your kids. So just walk with us.
I was sleeping.
Because there's many things going on here. Many things, not just one. Many things that put these kids' lives in danger today. Not just one thing. Between too many kids without seatbelts, without the car seat, no one realized the kid fell out, the drugs in the car. There's a lot of things going on right now, okay?
The mother was charged with child neglect and unlawful possession of a Schedule IV substance. She got 24 months of community control, followed by 24 months of probation and a 6-month driver's license suspension. Her brother was charged with child neglect and got 36 months of probation, 180 days in jail, followed by a mandatory drug and alcohol evaluation. Accidentally dropping a kid from a moving car is horrific. But what this convicted felon from Bryan, Ohio did on December 1st, 2024 is much, much worse. It all started when the suspect saw an officer approaching his vehicle in the parking lot of a store. He decided to drive away with his 2 kids in the back seat.
Zach, how's it going? He's running. Damn, what direction did he go? I see him.
He's heading southbound. 3220, no speeds in excess of 110. I think you blew a tire.
What the officer thought was a tire thread was actually a 9-month-old child that got ejected from the car running over 100 miles per hour. Miraculously, the child was not seriously injured. The pursuit had to be called off as poor weather conditions made it unsafe. At some point, the suspect called the mom and told her where he had, quote, unquote, left their baby.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, here, ma'am, sit in the car. Just sit. The female that was with him just said that he called her and said that he left the baby in the car seat on the side of the road somewhere from here to Defiance. She said she knows one of the roads that she can take me to. All right, ma'am, who's your ride? Is this it?
I think that might be it.
Okay, you're gonna go with me.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you believe that he left? What did he tell you exactly? That he just left the baby on the side of the road?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you know if you take me there? Do you know where you're going?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you have anything on you? Sharp, nothing? Okay, I just gotta ask you in my seat. If you want to push your bags over, you'll be in the back seat. Okay. And you said going out of town like the way we went for the pursuit?
I didn't know where you went for the
We turned
pursuit,
and we
but I'm
went down.
assuming, yeah.
Okay, all right, just hop in.
The mom was obviously distraught and worried about her infant child being left alone in the freezing cold. But the officer driving her had his suspicions. She couldn't figure out why the father, later identified as Zachary Chervenka, would leave one child on the side of the road, but not the other.
Did he say anything about your oldest?
No.
So why would he just drop the baby off, not any of them? Okay. Is he there? Is he there?
Said that's where the baby is.
Okay. Do you think he would still be there when we get there?
No.
Okay.
Somewhere right in this area. Right in this area.
Is that a car seat?
Oh my god, that's a car seat there!
Okay. Relax.
Oh god, please let me out. No.
3620. 3620.
Oh my god! Baby boy! Baby boy!
Movie on the curb on 127 at the stop sign with that child.
Mama got you!
Okay. Keep him on the ground.
I'm just gonna get him out. He's
Get him
so cold.
By this time, the baby had been left outside at a temperature below freezing for around 1 hour. The mom was clearly shocked, without even realizing how the baby got there. At that point, the infant was at risk of hypothermia and internal injuries and needed to be taken to a hospital.
Baby, it's okay. Mama's here. Mama's here.
B127-15 curve.
Oh, baby.
I do believe he is
my baby.
awake. He's crying.
Oh,
we're going to be on standby for EMS.
Oh, baby. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm so sorry, baby. Oh, God.
Don't worry about your phone. Okay. Get him in. Here.
Oh, Mama got you. Oh, Mama got you. I know.
Here.
I know, baby.
Sit in the car. Come. Is he breathing? Is he okay?
Yes.
Breathing?
After being treated for deep tissue bruising and hypothermia, the child was released in full health. In the meantime, the hunt was on for Zachary, who had abandoned his car at a stone quarry outside Edgerton with his 5-year-old daughter inside. The next day, Edgerton police got a tip that someone had broken into a nearby apartment.
Which one? This one? Oh, yeah.
Police department.
Let's go.
Got one running, Central. Stop or arrest the dog. You better get down. You better get on the ground. Get on the ground or I'm gonna send the dog. Dog's out. You better stop. Come on, Rude. Stop. Here, get.
The officer wasted no time in setting the canine unit loose. But the battle wasn't over yet. Will the dog be able to catch the perpetrator? What if he's armed? All of those questions got answered in less than half a minute.
Here. Stand. Get on the ground. Get on your Stop fighting. Rude.
Ow.
Loose.
House. Ow. Please stop.
Loose.
Please.
All right, stay still. Please. Clear. over here. Put your head by your back. Put your head behind your back.
Even though the canine did most of the work, his human partner was panting for both of them. When he managed to get some air and begin his composure, the officer instructed his colleague on how to handle the suspect properly.
Pull him over. 101 Central. Sit him up. One in custody. Request a squad for a dog bite. Go get my car.
101.
Just go get my car and bring it around.
Oh, sir.
Huh?
All
right.
Can you please
Just give me a sec.
Okay.
You're clear. They're being taken.
Wait till I get him put up. Then we'll take care of you.
As expected, Zachary immediately started complaining and wincing in pain. It's pathetic, actually, because he didn't seem to care about his 9-month-old baby being ejected from a car and left in the freezing cold. He also didn't think twice about leaving his daughter alone in a car on a freezing night.
Why didn't you stop?
I'm stupid.
Huh?
I'm not smart. I'm dumb.
All right, what you got going on in your mouth? Let me see. Your nose? Did you hit your face on the ground or something?
Yeah.
What'd you do, fall? Huh?
Yeah.
How'd you get in that apartment?
Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
Definitely I know you were in Rapid Coast 10, just advising there's pending agency assist for ATO. I have a 21 being taken off the
Once the dog was secure, the officers proceeded to adjust the suspect's handcuffs. Even then, he continued whining like a little baby. I'm sure you'll agree that Zachary's 9-month-old baby handled his ordeal much better than his dad did.
Now we got your coat stuck under here.
Give it a moment.
All right. Okay.
Oh. Taking it all the way off or just...
I just want to take his coat off. All right, you ready? Well, you might be lucky you had a couple of layers on.
Yeah, maybe.
Huh?
Maybe it's sore.
I'm sure. It don't feel good.
Oh.
All right. Let me get some stuff to clean it up. Well, if you want to put your coat back on, that's fine. I just wanted to see it.
And stuff are cold too. Like, can I sit in the back, please, or something?
Yeah, you want to put your coat on?
Oh, no, I'll just get,
huh?
I'll just get in the back.
Well, she's gonna cuff you in front though.
Okay, whatever.
Officers found a meth pipe and a butane torch on Zachary. He was taken to the hospital and then to jail, where he was charged with 4 felonies: failure to comply, felonious assault, endangering children, and trespass of habitation. Around a month before Zachary put his 2 kids in jeopardy, Ohio PD officers observed a pickup truck full of kids going at high rates of speed. They followed the vehicle until the driver pulled over in front of a random house.
What's going on? McDonald's, we just came from McDonald's. These motherfuckers got us upset. Basically, because she talking about, oh, we can leave. So we had a distribution where all her workers tried to gang up on 2 women. And we, standing our ground, like, look, I'm not going nowhere. I'm trying to get McDonald's. You get what I'm saying? We're trying to communicate with them.
Okay.
We got 3 kids in the car, which is my kids. No, we had to stop because the police was right there. I'm not no dummy. I know what the going on.
So
they didn't stop us. Yeah, because they didn't stop us. But at the end of the day, I know they was turning back around for us.
So why'd you leave then?
What you mean, why leave? Why leave where? Leave where? The scene? They told us to go. They told us to leave.
Okay.
What do you mean?
What's your source?
No, I'm not doing none of that, bro. On everything. I don't have nothing
Where's
to do
your
with
ID?
this. I was respectful of the situation.
Where's your
and
ID?
I don't have one, bro. What do you want to do?
Whose fuck is this?
It's not mine. I don't even drive, bro.
This woman obviously didn't want to identify herself, but it was obvious that she was indeed recently involved in an incident at a nearby McDonald's. Before the officer could get to the bottom of it, the situation escalated.
All right, well, look, we got two ways of handling this.
Two ways of what, bro?
One way, you give me some information, or talk with your hands.
I don't get in trouble. I never got in trouble a day in my life. That's all you need to know,
Give me your
right?
source. You want your own cops.
Bet.
Where's your source?
Hey, where's my phone? No, stop.
Hell no.
I didn't do nothing to you. Wait. I'm trying to talk to my kids. I want to talk to my kids, bro.
You about to get tased. You're about to get tased.
Right.
Place your hands behind your back. Place your hands behind your back.
You didn't tell me. Oh, yeah, I know my laws. All right, bet.
Good.
You ain't never say nothing, bro.
I told you.
never say
Give me your
nothing.
ID.
Yeah, I'm about to go get it out the car.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
It's in the car.
Stop. No, you weren't.
My ID is in the car. I want to talk to my kids, make sure they know that everything okay.
Right?
What are you talking about? What are you talking
Back in the
about?
car.
I got a daughter
That's fine.
in the hour. Wait.
That's fine. Get in
I
the back
got
of the car.
you. Wait.
Get in the back of the car.
I got you.
Get in the back of the
Wait.
car. Get in the back of the car.
Respect me like I
It's gonna get
respect
worse.
you.
Get in the back
I don't
of the car.
care. I know my laws and I got a
Okay,
lawyer.
that's fine.
Once again, an entitled parent cared more about being right than their kids' well-being. If she had cared for her kids, she would have tried to calm them down instead of creating a scene that could potentially scar them for life.
Don't play stupid with me. Respect me and I respect you.
Ask for your ID.
It
Get
hurt.
in the car.
My car,
I understand
my
that.
ID
Get
is
in
in
the
the
back. I'll
car.
grab it in a second. Get in the back of the car.
You can't grab it.
Get in the back of the car.
It's not, you don't know where
Okay,
it's
that's
at.
fine. You got another person right here.
Okay, I gotta pee and I'm about to pee on myself. Give me a second. I can't breathe.
I ain't nobody
Call
home.
the ambulance.
Stop.
Cause you about to
Get
start.
in the back of the car. So
No, I can't breathe. Just call the
stop kicking
ambulance.
me. Stop kicking me. Knock it off.
Bro, I'm not playing. I don't get in trouble. What you talking about?
Well,
What you talking about? I don't get in no trouble.
Get in the back of the
I
car.
can't breathe. Call the ambulance.
Ain't nobody home.
I can't breathe. No, I can't breathe, bro.
I know, but you gotta stop, okay? Breathe, all right?
Right. That's what you're supposed to be saying. Breathe.
I got you.
It don't matter. It don't matter. I can't breathe. Call the ambulance and let them know that I need to be. Bro, I'm about to pass out. I ain't even lie to you. What is going on?
Since the suspect continued resisting the officer and causing a scene, her friend decided to remove herself and the baby from the situation. At least one of them was thinking about the kids. As for the driver, this is a prime example of how not to act while being arrested.
We're not going to do all that. We're not going back in that vehicle.
Wait. That hurt when you do that.
I
Do you not
understand that. This
understand
is
that?
supposed to hurt.
I'm not no
Get in the
criminal,
car.
though.
No
You
one
playing
calls
me
you
like I'm a criminal.
But you playing
And I'm
games.
not
We're
no
not playing
criminal.
games.
I ain't never had a defense a day of my life. What y'all talking
We're not
about?
playing games, shit.
Okay, but I can't breathe. I need a water or something.
Okay, well, we'll deal with that in a second.
My kids is around.
I understand that.
You don't understand. It's a lot going on.
Well,
And I got
understand
3
that.
kids.
Well, I tried to explain. Ask you what's going on. You playing games.
I don't know. I just know my position.
Okay.
I know what I
watched you
do.
speed right past me when I was on Frederick.
Right,
At a
that
high
was
rate of
you.
speed.
Right.
Exactly. So
And
you
that's
know
why I
what's going on.
pulled over, dummy.
You pulled in parking lot. You don't even live
Because
here.
I knew you was coming, dummy.
Well, look.
What you talking about? Ain't no play no game. I'm not no game type of
We're not going to play
person.
these games. Get it back in the car.
Bro, hold on.
Okay.
Can you please let me pee or you want me to pee right here?
Where you going to pee at? You don't
Right
even live
here,
here. You don't live here. You don't live here.
It don't matter. I got to pee.
So where you going to pee at then?
It don't.
At that point, the suspect finally remembered her kids were there too and started asking the officers to make sure they were okay. But by that time, the officer decided enough was enough. He secured her back in the car and proceeded to talk to the adult passenger.
Literally, like, I'm scared as and I got these babies in my car.
You want me to take the baby?
No, this is my baby.
Okay, well, why don't you put it in his car seat or something like that?
I will. Like that, these are my
Other ones,
kids.
your mom's fine. Where's her ID at?
Let me get this baby put down so that way it doesn't get. Jesus Christ!
No, what you mean?
You almost just stabbed the baby's face on the.
Really? Come on now. I know I can. No, I know I can pee.
Put the child in there now.
Oh my God! Hold on. Stop, baby. Stop. Sit back now.
Stop kicking the back of this window. Knock it off. Yeah, I'm all right.
Step over here. Go over there.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I'm talking. Go over there.
I know you mean.
I am. Watch this. Watch. Here's one.
Please. How are you gonna really saw me?
No one's assaulted you.
What do you mean? I'm literally putting the kids in, like, literally. I'm the one.
We just
that
watch
was
this
in the
if over here he's not
vehicle.
strapped in so he doesn't roll out or anything.
Dude, I had him in my hands.
Okay,
But you guys literally pulled it over.
do you have anything illegal on you?
No.
It turned out that the passenger wasn't any better of a parent than her friend. Even though both suspects exhibited signs of impairment, there is no evidence of any drug use in the vehicle. However, there was drinking while driving.
I really don't understand that, so you have no right to arrest me.
Well, I'm
Like,
detaining you.
literally.
I'm detaining you right now. That's what I'm doing.
All right.
How about for OVI?
Can you
How about
give me,
that?
no, actually give me some information.
How about that? You're
No,
being
give me
detained
no,
right now.
give me some information.
Child endangering?
No,
How about that?
no.
Because you're freaking hammered. Go.
No,
get in there. Have
I'm
a seat there.
not.
Yes, you are. I can smell it on you. Get in there. Have a seat now. I'm going to make you get in there or you're going to get in there.
Let me get
Ma'am?
let me get your supervisor.
All right, I'll get him here.
Yeah, please, can I?
Okay, have a seat
Can
in the
you,
car.
can you
Yep.
please stop getting
He's
your
on his
hands
way.
me?
I promise. He's on his way. Here you go.
Literally, stop putting your hands on me. All right.
Well, I found a bottle next to a big bottle of Corona, so I guess that's the reason why we acting crazy today.
I was not driving, bro.
Okay.
I was not driving, so why are you...
You're being detained. I just told you. You're being detained until we see. You just dropped the child at McDonald's from what they're saying. We're going to review the video.
No, I did
Okay,
not.
and then you went there and you're supposedly pulling your pants down, trying to fight some.
No.
Well, it's on. If it's on video, then that. If not, then you're good.
You see the 3 kids in my car, bro.
The footage from one of the officer's body cams clearly showed him retrieving an open bottle of Corona from the vehicle. However, the most critical piece of evidence in this case will be the CCTV footage from McDonald's. Several officers went there to investigate what really happened.
So, I'm not really sure what occurred before this. I was there being crazy, but you watch this lady come over and grab this baby. At one point, she pulls the baby, and the baby was like in half. Yeah. Like the neck was back and everything.
Yeah.
But the way this baby didn't cry, that baby has to be like 3 weeks old. The baby didn't cry one time. Something's wrong with that baby.
You're like,
And when they, we don't have a camera out here, but they threw that baby in the back of the truck.
Okay.
Is this all the footage you guys have?
I mean, I can show you the whole thing back there.
Yeah.
Come on back. Like, and they just started acting like, no, well, they were on the counter and I was walking back from up the front and they were like, everybody's working the counter. And like, they were like, I don't know.
The footage clearly showed both women arguing with the staff and almost breaking the baby's back during the commotion. The situation got so tense that the employees had to hold the door to prevent these women from getting back inside. Later on, as they were being transported to jail, the 2 suspects continued arguing, this time among themselves.
Bro, I didn't do nothing, dude. They played me, bro. I'm here. The you mean? You gonna give me bro, literally, they towed my dude's car. Bro, they arrested me because you ran from him. Just literally sit there, you in my man's vehicle. Enjoy the ride. Hey, at least I got my baby daddy, and at least I'll get bailed out tomorrow. And at least I'm gonna whack your ass as soon as I can. They will. Play with me. Mm-hmm. You the one that drove crazy. Jessica, I'm decking your dumb ass. You sound I don't care. I don't care. I know you don't care because Jessica, guess what? You're not safe. I don't give a f***. What am I gonna say? Wash your face. You knew what you was doing. Yeah. You ain't got your kids, so you don't care. Guess what? I'm on paper. I got your kids, so you don't care. Hey, that's your problem. You don't care. Hey, child endangerment. Make child endangerment.
As the saying goes, with friends like these, who needs enemies? Both women were taken to jail and charged with open containers in a vehicle and child neglect. The suspects in our previous case did not have drugs in their vehicle, but this next mom more than made up for it. On June 6, 2024, officers responded to reports of a child being locked in a car at a shopping mall parking lot. When they found the owner of the car, at first she didn't realize what she had done.
She doesn't understand why she's going to jail. Can you explain that to her?
Okay, so you don't understand why you're going to jail?
I'm assuming it's because I left her in the car.
You're assuming. So you think it's a...
No, it's because I
Okay,
left her
so
in the
you
car.
think it's a... Running and you run inside to a store to get a ring.
No.
Okay, that's child neglect. You were gone for over 15 minutes.
He said that the woman said I was gone for over 15
There's multiple people stating you were.
Well, there's multiple people stating that I was.
So that's the reason. Unattended in a vehicle. You shouldn't do it for 5 minutes, let alone 15, 16 minutes. Do you understand now?
Why do you think the suspect was crying? Was it because she just realized she put her child in danger? Or because she was going to jail? Or perhaps she was worried because she knew there was something illegal in that car? But before the officers started searching the vehicle, they had to determine what to do with the kid.
Okay, so this is going to be the issue.
He was...
Dad wants you to go... Hear me out. Look at me. Dad wants her to go with somebody you don't approve of.
No, I don't approve. She just got out of prison.
Oh, okay. You want her to go with somebody that Dad's not approved of.
Because he doesn't know I'm seeing somebody.
Okay, so how can we find a happy medium?
He can't take her to my mom.
Where does Mom live at?
In Lago, that's where we live. He knows where I live. He knows exactly where I stay. Even if somebody followed, my daughters are out there with my mom.
Is he on the birth certificate?
Yes.
Then the paternity has been established. He paid child support?
No, he does not pay child support.
Yes, but has paternity been established?
No.
And you guys never been married?
Never. Never. He was there to sign. He wasn't even there for her birth. He was there to sign the birth certificate.
This woman obviously had a complicated story. She divorced a man from North Carolina. Then she had this child with another man. And now she's with someone new. She had 5 children with different fathers, and this situation clearly showed that she still hadn't learned how to take care of them properly.
At least we could do that for you. I mean,
I've never been in trouble, man. I've never been in trouble.
It's an unfortunate situation, and as bad as it is,
I don't ever leave.
Could have been worse.
I didn't realize that it took that long. I didn't realize it was longer than 15 minutes.
Somebody could have got her in 5 minutes, ma'am.
That's not an excuse. You're right. You're right. Police scare me. Jail scares me. I've never. This is the first time. I've got 5 kids. This is the first time anything like this has ever happened to me. I just got off work. I've been at work since 4:45 this morning.
The suspect was taken into custody, and the officers proceeded to search her belongings. At that point, things started going from bad to very, very bad. The first suspicious thing the officers found was a small plastic container.
Blunt. I don't let her have this stuff. All right, Miss Hannah, I'm going to read you something, okay? This is your Miranda warnings. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in a court of law.
After being Mirandized, the suspect, Hannah, was asked about all the stuff found in her bags. Her answers were incredibly vague. She didn't deny taking drugs, but she also didn't outright admit to it. She kind of tried to dance around the subject.
So what were those, all the pills? What are those?
I'm 35, so I used to take pills for energy.
Okay.
And that's what I would get them for, to get me through the day.
What are they?
From my understanding, jigs, beans. But with fentanyl going around, that's why you found so many. I was scared to take them.
Those are the colorful ones?
Yes.
Okay. What was in the little bag?
That was powder.
Yeah. Okay.
From my understanding, it's powder.
Okay.
But I'm scared to take a lot of stuff nowadays than I did back then because I was younger back then. So I forgot all that stuff was in there.
You forgot all that stuff was in your purse?
Yes. I remember that I put my weed in there. You know, I'll smoke a blunt occasionally, but all that other stuff, I really don't. I take my B12 pill, and that's about it.
It's hard to imagine someone would be so careless. Everyone knows drugs can get you arrested, and nobody in their right mind would risk carrying drugs around unless they intended to use them at some point. But this situation was particularly dangerous because there was a child involved.
I'm sorry. I don't have no other explanation.
Where'd you get it from?
Off the streets. Just off the streets. I mean, people random. People that I work with. I work with a lot of drug dealers. Homes of Merit, you can find anything there. But
Talk about the wax.
No, I haven't asked that yet.
My vape?
No, the little square, squishy wax. It's a little square, kind of looks like a throat lozenge.
I got it from my dad.
Okay, what is that?
It helps me sleep. It's a gummy.
Okay.
It's a gummy. He has a medical card. So we had an Easter egg hunt, and I found the one with the gummy in it, and that's why it's there. That's why they're all still there. I don't take it like I smoke bud.
So y'all had an Easter egg hunt and hid
My dad did.
gummies in them.
Yeah. For the adults. You know, it's for the adults, but more or less me and my sister Tiffany.
According to Hannah, her father set up an Easter egg hunt with drugs as the prize. With parents like that, it's not hard to imagine why she might have a drug problem. But that doesn't excuse her from leaving her child in the vehicle with all those drugs within reach.
With my job every day, I can't be on drugs. I smoke my bud, I go to work, I come home, that's it. But all that has been in there for a while.
It doesn't matter if it's been in there for 3 years or it's been in there for 30 seconds. It's in your possession.
About it when you asked me, that's what I told you. Well, I have weed in there. That's what I told you. But with the other, I forgot about it being in there. I didn't take it out my purse. It always stays in my purse. I don't ever use my purse. I put my debit card in my back pocket, my phone in my other pocket, and I take my work back.
So let me hit you with this. And thankfully, this didn't happen. But you go in, or your purse is in the car because you don't take it inside with you. That ecstasy looked like candy. Kids would think that's candy. What would have gotten that and ate what she thought was candy and then OD'd? And instead of somebody else finding her in the vehicle by herself, you come out and find her deceased.
It's likely that Hannah didn't mean to endanger her daughter on purpose. However, that doesn't change the fact that she did. So the officer explained how her reckless behavior could have had terrible consequences.
She could have OD'd off the ecstasy. She could have OD'd off the coke. She could have OD'd off the gummy. None of that was secure.
1345.
So obviously, on top of the child neglect, you're gonna get charged with all the drug stuff too.
Yeah, you're gonna be charged with child neglect, the drugs, the paraphernalia, as well as you're gonna be receiving a criminal citation for using a handicap placard that's not yours. Okay?
Gabriel Timberland.
Hannah was later charged with child endangerment and multiple counts of drug possession. Do you think she learned her lesson? Will she ever go to her dad's Easter egg hunts again? On April 28, 2024, officers were dispatched to a hospital. Supposedly, a woman and her boyfriend decided to use drugs at the pediatric unit while they were visiting their baby. But that wasn't the worst part of this story.
Okay, so what's going on?
So we have baby's medically cleared, but we're holding for COFD because we couldn't get them involved because mom came in. I had a patient like 3 nights ago who was like very impaired, was nodding off, falling asleep. So if I put a tally sticker in there, so there's a camera in there. Tonight I guess she brought this guy. I don't know if this is dad or not. According to the notes, dad is incarcerated for this baby, so I'm not sure if that's dad. When we got here, they were both here, but then she left at some point. I was like getting the baby and putting her to lay down, and she had foil in her head, and then like a little cap in the other. So I just like grabbed it with some tissue and I took it with me.
The tin foil the nurse was talking about is commonly used for smoking opioids like heroin and fentanyl. The nodding off she mentioned is also a symptom of opioid use. Luckily for the baby, this quick-thinking nurse quickly took the drug out of her hand before calling the cops. It didn't take long for this officer to recognize the drug in question.
So do you think there's drugs in there?
Yes.
Did the baby have like any contact with him?
She was holding the foil, so I don't know.
Did the foil? What did the foil look like?
It was burnt.
Which hand was the baby holding it in?
On her left.
How long?
I don't know. We just went in there. I don't know how long she had it. Like I said, they had a bunch of bags on there and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know how long it was.
Yep. There's a blue in there. Okay. Do you guys know what mom's name is? Huh?
Yeah.
Maribel Gonzalez.
The staff then told the officer that the 14-month-old baby was brought in for a respiratory infection. He reported it all to the dispatcher before proceeding into the baby's room, where he quickly realized he knew the suspect, Maribel Gonzalez.
Hello.
How you doing? Also Charlie Center KPD. Can you guys turn the lights on for us? How you doing, ma'am? What's your name and do you have your driver's license with you?
No, I do not.
Why not?
Why? Oh, you remember me?
I know you. You swallowed your fat on me. Remember? I need your name and your date of birth, okay? Don't conceal on me, because I can find that case number from the...
Yeah, I know.
Marty? Last name? Who was the male that was in here with you?
His name is Juan.
Juan what?
No.
So do you know the reason why I'm here? Do you want to guess why I'm here? Okay. We got a call, okay, that your little one here had on her left hand. That's
what?
She had on.
When? Who's this?
Today.
Where?
Here.
Was I here?
No. The male that you were with, that's been here with her, okay?
That's her dad.
That's her dad? He was here the whole time and there was fentanyl in here.
What the?
Even though Mari pretended she had no clue about the fentanyl, she jumped at the chance to blame it all on Juan, the little girl's father. But the officer had prior history with her and knew she couldn't be trusted.
I'll tell you where he's at right now. You guys are going to arrest him. He's not supposed to have it, and we're supposed to be getting clean. And can we test her? Make sure it's not in her system.
I mean, that's going to be between the staff here, but they're the ones that are making sure that she's safe. And right now...
Oh my god.
Do you mind if I see her real quick?
Yeah, please.
How are you, sweetie? You doing okay? I don't see you.
He's okay. Who's that? Say hi.
I know your mama.
Clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. He doesn't help me with the baby, nothing like that. Like, I do everything by myself with the baby, and he doesn't help me at all, and it's kind of f***ed up. No, it is f***ed up. This is like the first night. Well, the second night they came and stayed, but like I had to force him to do it, and he left just now. So I was like, no, we're done. Like, I can't do this with you. You're going in and out of her life, dude. Like, I don't want this. And I thought he was getting high. I knew he was getting high still. So I was like, oh, I can't have this. Like, CRT is going to my house on Monday, dude. And like, I can't lose my kids. I'm not gonna lose my kids. Like.
The officer asked Mari about the baby almost falling out of her hospital bed several times and why she refused to have a nurse present. She had an excuse for everything. But then she mentioned her grandma occasionally taking care of her baby. So the officer took that opportunity to confront her with the ugly truth.
The last time I remember my grandma taking her was probably when she was like 6 months old. I don't even know.
Do you want to probably know why?
Why?
Well, your daughter was born with in her system.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I know.
You OD'd in January 2024 with and Xanax. So you were brought here.
Me?
You remember that?
No.
And then when I arrested you for shoplifting that one day, remember?
Yeah.
You swallowed how many pills that night?
Yeah, I know. But on January 2024, that wasn't me.
That was the night, remember? That was the night I brought you in? There's a pattern here.
Wait, what do you mean?
You're using narcotics and you're taking care of your daughter. There was narcotics found in here with your daughter.
Not with me though. On him.
Once again, Madi tried to dodge any kind of responsibility for putting her daughter in a potentially lethal situation. Soon after, the officer looked at their surveillance footage, which clearly showed that she wasn't being truthful.
And you heard you take the pipe out. So did you have anything right there?
Whatever it was in the bag.
Was in the bag. Because I could see it right there on the edge of the purse. Yep, she grabs it. And what did she say when she grabbed it?
The first one, she said, that's a banger from my brother.
Okay.
And then the second one, I said, well, what's this one? She said, oh, shoot. And then she's like, I'll throw that away too.
And that is her bag? Yep.
With such a horrid history of drug use, it was becoming painfully obvious that her children are not safe with her. The officer decided that the 80-year-old grandma wouldn't be able to care for the baby, so he called in the Children, Youth, and Families Department. After they had a quick chat with the suspect, it was time to take the next step.
So I got a quick question, since I already read you your Miranda rights. If they would give you a test right now, what is going to show on your test?
Like I told you,
What?
three days ago, I don't know how long the
What is it going to be?
like I said, 3 days ago is when I stopped, so I don't know how long the CCTV system's for. I don't really.
What else? If there was a test. And what else? I saw the video where he took out 2 pipes from your purse. So what else? Don't play me as a fool because I already saw the video.
Yeah.
I saw you throw it in the trash.
The bangers, yeah.
Okay.
It's for
What else?
Clear. I mean, not for the.
Clear, right? Right?
No, the oil burners is for oil.
You said clear.
Clear is slang for methamphetamine, and even though Mari said she didn't use it, once they detain and search her, they'll find evidence that will prove otherwise.
I'm gonna do a good search, so you want to tell me now? You don't have nothing?
Oh, I'm just like nothing.
No. Because I know where people hide things.
Ms. Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Why were you lying?
Huh?
Why were you lying?
Don't pick up my boob for them to see.
Nobody can see anything.
You can see in the mirror, dude. That's not right.
You know what else is not right? Having paraphernalia in the hospital while your daughter's sick. Also not right.
What are you trying to do, dude?
She has something somewhere.
You're gonna get charged with possession if you don't give it to me right now.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Joe's gonna find it. I'll tell him to do a strip search on you.
Stop!
The female officer noticed Madi was trying to hide something, and lo and behold, there was more drug paraphernalia hidden in her undergarments. The female officer was pretty sure there were more drugs in Mari's body cavities, so the search continued.
Stop! Leave me alone! Stop! Hey, you're putting your hand on my pants. Stop it! Stop putting your hand on my pants! Dude.
Don't kick.
Stop putting your hand on my pants! Hey, dude! Your hands are in my vagina! Yes, they are!
Nobody's doing anything.
Don't kick me.
Where'd you find it at?
Right here, bro.
Perfect.
Hold on. You guys are hurting me.
I'm not doing nothing to you.
Ow, you're hurting me.
After looking through the suspect's bag, the officer found even more paraphernalia and even managed to break some of it. Mari Bella Gonzalez was charged with 2 counts of battery on a police officer, battery upon a healthcare worker, possession of a controlled substance, use of drug paraphernalia, resisting arrest, and child abuse. Up until this point, we reviewed cases with varied levels of child neglect. But the parent in our next case went a step further. In addition to hitting her children, she supposedly also threw a cigarette at them. On October 12, 2024, officers responded to several calls over a domestic dispute.
Did you call? What's going on today? Hello? Come on, just open the door. Don't.
Oh, look, there your kids. I was the one from 851.
I wouldn't use their phone because they took my phone.
Oh, Lord.
Nobody didn't take her.
Look, Dad ain't with you.
Yeah. Man, nobody took her.
Come on, kids.
So what's going on here?
I've been dealing with this man for a while.
Okay.
If you look his name up, I've got a domestic on him before, and he's had several.
Okay.
He's a very violent, manipulating person.
Okay.
And he started stuff this morning. He got to the phone before I did to think it might have been better, but it wasn't. He has started everything today. So I kicked him out again. I can't do him anymore. It made him mad, and then he had my kids involved, and they tagged their stuff. And then he called you because I asked him to leave again because I can't do his mean violence. So I kicked him out and pissed him off.
The woman, later identified as Miko, said she was in a relationship with an abusive man. After she tried to kick him out, they got into a fight. She repeatedly said the man threw her into a bathroom door, but pretty soon, the officers realized that she might not have been entirely truthful.
Okay, what happened today?
Before for this.
Okay, what happened today?
Am I not red in the cheek? Shine your flashlight. I pissed myself. Is that good enough for you? When I got thrown down, the bathroom door's busted. Go look at it.
I don't see anything on your face.
Go look at the bathroom door that I got through into. I pissed myself a whole while. My bathroom door's in the hallway. Okay? What more do I have to say? I asked him to leave several times and he wouldn't. And then all the while he called you guys first, and I had to run my neighbors because he stole my phone, so I couldn't call nobody.
Is this your house or is this
This
his
is
house?
my house. He took my phone, so I couldn't call you.
Do you have any recordings or anything like that?
You have records on your police
Okay.
reports. He's done this before. Go look it up. Go look up Darren. Look up Darren Margaret.
Meanwhile, another officer went inside the house to interview the victims. Not surprisingly, their version of events was completely different. According to them, Miko was the abuser, and a pretty violent one as well.
Do you mind if we step in?
Yeah, come in, man. I'm just trying to get my clothes here so we can get us out of here.
Are you guys able to tell us what happened?
Yeah, they was right here. They seen everything.
So I was in the living room and then I woke up. She started screaming for her phone and she had a cigarette in her hand and she threw it and she blamed it on my dad. And then like a few minutes ago, he was calling the cops and trying to call them because he was pulling my brother's hair and punching him. And she busted the bathroom door trying to get in.
She was punching him?
No, punching the door.
Oh, she was punching the door.
It up.
Did she hit either of you?
Yeah.
That's why I called the police, because she started jumping on my son.
Both the man and the kid were clearly saying that Miko was the aggressor, and if it's true that she hit her children, she could be in a world of trouble. But at the same time, she claims she was the victim.
Ma'am.
I didn't do nothing to nobody. Look at the bathroom
Ma'am.
wall.
Here.
Ma'am.
I'm not going to ask again. Go hang out over there.
Wow, he's got my kids again.
Yes.
AMHA.
My house. This is my house under my name.
We stepped
My
up a
name
little
only
bit
means
in
my
the project.
kids live here. He isn't supposed to be here.
I wouldn't say stepped
He
up.
has
I mean,
no
this is the same
job
guys
and
who
no
own
money,
the
and he
Rosemary's
stays
too,
here,
right?
okay? I'm a medical assistant at Oak Street Health. I have a career. Over there, medical assistant, Oak Street Health. I work over there and I live right here. And then he took my phone and then he got my kids to pack against me and threw me through the bathroom door. There's a hole in the door and I pissed my pants. That's when I run to the neighbors to use the phone to call you guys. She already beat me to it because he has a record, long list of domestic violence and whatever else.
Every story usually has a silver lining, and in this case, it was the neighbor. You might have noticed her smiling and joking around with the officers, which was in stark contrast with the whiny, annoying voice of the supposed victim. You could say she made the situation a little easier to bear.
Like he's scared to death, so he called you guys first before he left, and I ran around his call, used her phone because he took mine.
First of all, I ain't had no kids there.
Okay, that's what happened.
Knocked on the door. I thought it was my baby daddy. I said, did I do something tonight? What do I do? I want to be a good friend, but I don't want to leave her. I also don't want her to spend a night at my house because I was naked. I kids are driving.
We
He
don't.
can say that he can leave, and then 5 minutes later he can pull the back up.
And then we'll get called again. And then
What if she's dead by the time y'all get pulled up again? I'm telling you, he choked her from down the street up the street. She just tweeted 2 weeks ago. I'm not no mother. I just smoke weed in front of y'all.
Right.
I'm not playing. This is how much I don't give a no. I'm telling you, she has never in her life ever left from right here and banged on my door. Okay, well, you need to calm down, okay? Because right now, you look like...
I know he's painted that picture of me, but look my name and look his
Okay.
up. Who has domestic violence
Well,
near him?
I'm talking about this right now. With looking at you painting the picture, you look like it.
The neighbor was obviously the voice of reason in this situation. She was aware that Miko was in an abusive relationship, but that didn't mean Miko was all sunshine and rainbows. And after hearing both sides of the story, the officers knew what they had to do.
She in the house. We're gonna go in. This isn't your place, right?
If this was my place, y'all wouldn't be in this mother.
We gotta have you stay out. That's
I am gonna stay out.
All right, I appreciate it. Miko,
Yes.
can you do me a favor and stand up? All right, turn around, face away from me. Put your hands behind your back.
Why are you arresting me?
Okay, you're under arrest.
For what?
Domestic violence and child endangerment.
What? Domestic violence? What did I do? Go look at my bathroom door. I called you guys for help. No, what did I do wrong? But I didn't do nothing. Child endangerment or get arrested for what? Domestic violence? I didn't beat nobody up. I got thrown through the bathroom door and I got my phone taken and ran to my neighbors for help.
Okay, that's not what everybody else is saying.
Who's
okay?
everybody else?
Well, there were 3 other people in this
Because
home.
my kids are brainwashed.
Okay.
As the officers escorted Miko out of her house, her neighbor was there waiting. And if this were a movie, that woman would surely come off as the comedic relief. In her own unique way, she tried to be a supportive neighbor.
Can I have that cigarette? Because I just lit one. Can I smoke
This
my
is
last
yours. No, you
cigarette?
can't grab it. You can reach your
Okay, well, what am I getting? I called for help.
Listen to me. First of all, if I was you, since you're getting arrested, I will grab some mother shoes in the sweatshirt.
No, this is wrong.
It is wrong. But guess what? You need some mother
called you
shoes
for help.
and you need a sweatshirt. Would you stop
Do you want to
talking?
hit the cigarette real quick?
Yeah.
Do you want a sweatshirt? Because they about to take you out with no shoes and no shirt.
Which isn't what we want to do.
What? You hear them?
The neighbor tried to be a good friend. She knew that it was Friday and that Miko wouldn't get out of jail until Monday. But all her advice fell on deaf ears. As Miko was getting escorted to the squad car, she continued arguing with the cops, claiming she didn't touch her kids.
Why are you arresting me? I didn't touch my kids. He hit me.
Okay.
You're arresting the wrong person. How am I getting arrested? For child endangerment and domestic violence? Who did I hit?
Alright, let's get inside.
This is not right. I didn't touch my kids and I didn't touch nobody. But he is domestic violence. He is a violent person and I'm the one getting arrested. I didn't touch nobody. Well, why are you arresting me? Why are you arresting me? No, you did not. Because it doesn't make
I've
any
already
sense.
told you what your charges are.
For
I'm
what?
gonna close the door now, okay?
What?
Another officer later interviewed the suspect and tried to get a chronological account of the events that unfolded. She told the same story about her partner physically abusing her and their kids being afraid of him, but she had no clue that there was video footage of what actually happened.
Is that video on your phone?
Yeah, I got a video on there, but you just can't hear it. But you can just
But
see
you can
her
see
going.
stuff?
Yeah, yeah. So,
Can we?
Makai, huh? You do it. Pull that video. You know how to do it?
You can see her saying, "Find my phone." She tries to go after the phone.
Right.
And who was holding the phone at the time?
First, she was holding it, and she
Maya
went
was
at
holding it.
her,
Okay.
and I snatched the phone from her, and then she started coming at me. That's how I ended up in the
Okay.
back.
All right.
And you can't prove that you hit anybody or hurt my kids when I asked for help from you guys?
Okay. Well, we have 3 people basically
You
saying the
have
same
my
thing.
2 children that's brainwashed from their dad.
Okay. You keep saying
No,
brainwashed.
they are.
By saying brainwashed, what Miko actually meant to say was that their father turned them against her. even though he was the abusive one. But if their father really abused them, what kind of mother would call her abused, victimized children brainwashed? She was taken to jail and charged with child endangerment and domestic violence. Thank you for sticking until the very end. If you liked the video, we'd appreciate you giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel so you don't miss a thing.